You trying to get your little curls in?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm going to try that bit again. Burping my way through this episode. Oh, you've seen how the sausage is made now, haven't you? Hey, ruined it for everyone.
I'm trying to read it because I can't got any contact lenses in or glasses.
Phoebe, in the edit room, cut this bit. I'm looking at you. Cut this bit.
Is that everything?
Hello, and welcome to
Is That Everything? Christmas special.
Yeah, because it's released close to Christmas.
Yay!
And that is literally the only thing special about it.
By the time this episode comes out, it's well within the festive season.
I think so.
Put
yeah.
up with it.
Do you want to say your name?
I'm David Thomas.
And I'm Phoebe Mills.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.
This is That Everything, a podcast where we talk about your customer service horror stories.
Yeah.
Workplace horror stories.
Yes.
All that shit.
Yes.
What's your favourite, most best thing about Christmas?
Favourite, most best thing. Thing is, when I was a kid, I adored Christmas. And then I feel like as I've got older, I've become more of a Grinch.
No.
I've started to, when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, I used to come down, there'd be presents under the tree, and it was the magic of Santa.
Yeah.
And that was my favourite part, was just the magic of Santa, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then being around family as well. And getting all the family together, because I didn't live close to my northern family, so it was always like an excuse to see them. And then obviously families drift apart as you get older. You get less stuff. And you realise it's mostly about consumerism unless you are religious.
This is your answer to what's your favourite part of Christmas. We all grow old, families grow apart, everything becomes about money. Anyway, happy Christmas, everyone. Not like, oh, I love mince pies. You know, I used to enjoy it when I was but a boy in the wilds of Sheffield, and then I grew up and realised it was all a sham. Happy fucking Christmas.
Roast potatoes.
Good answer. Good answer.
No, I also love, I like the lead up to Christmas. I like buying presents for my friends and family, although I think this year it'll just be my family because I'm super poor. And my partner if he's lucky. Yeah. I like decorating for Christmas, and I love when you go, and I love when you go to, like, I went to Selfridges the other day to find an outfit for a wedding, and I've never felt more out of place because I went to Selfridges in my gym gear, and my gym gear that day was just tracky bottoms and a really old t-shirt.
Sure.
And I went into Selfridges with a battered jacket.
I'm surprised
and I walked
they didn't
around,
shoot you in the door at Selfridges.
Literally walked round, and I was like, "Gosh, it's so beautiful! They've decorated it for Christmas. Oh, this is so lovely! Bring some joy to the dark times of the year." And then I walk
class
in.
Alarm goes off. Poor.
So
I tell you what has...
That was a digression.
What's become one of my favourite parts of Christmas, and it's not my actual favourite part, but because I'm mentally 75 years old, as is my fiance, there's a garden centre that we just love, right?
Oh.
We just love going to a garden centre. I don't care how old that makes me sound.
I like going to a garden centre, though.
Yeah.
When they bring out all the new decks and everything.
Yeah, and they got their Christmas bit out.
Yeah.
And they have a room... And I went in, and maybe this now makes me 12 on the opposite scale of that, but they had a room of all of, you know, the like light up houses with the people that run around it and the trains. And they had a whole like land made with mountains and cables in the middle of this big room just to flog these moving houses. Yeah. But as I went through, I was like, whoa, wow. And I realized I kept bumping into people, and I was like, God, people are being really pushy. And it was kids. It was just all kids. And I was like, oh, I better get out of this 10-year-old's way. And they had domes in the middle. The kids could crawl under and pop up and like feel like they're in the town.
Oh,
like,
that's cute.
I'm too old for this, man. I need to just go to the like mugs and get myself home.
Yeah.
I will always just fully love going to a garden centre.
Yep.
And I don't care how old it makes me.
What is your other favourite thing about Christmas other than garden centres?
So I'm going to be controversial here. and it's almost like we're doing a top and bottom at the top of this, but we will do top and bottom at the end. I really am not a big fan of a lot of Christmas music. It actually winds me up, a lot of Christmas songs, but I love the films and all of the cakes, all the Christmas sweet treats, even the Lebkuchen. You had Lebkuchen?
Oh, no, don't get me started on Lebkuchen. Right.
Am I speaking your language?
But I've tried all the Lebkuchens from all of the supermarket.
Yeah.
And I love the Lebkuchen. It is my favorite Lebkuchen.
Yeah.
It's the best Kuchen.
Yeah.
And bestes Kuchen. But Waitrose used to do a Lebkuchen. They used to stock a Lebkuchen that they no longer stock. The last year or two, they've stopped stocking a specific Lebkuchen, and it was my favourite. I used to stockpile that shit for the year. And I've been the last...
Did it have like jam in the middle and everything?
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
Have you not had the ones that have jam in the middle?
No, don't take that. You spit that out of your fucking mouth. What are you talking about?
Just the like gingerbread sponge.
Just the gingerbread sponge.
Some
with
of them
the
you get like apricot jam in the middle.
No, fuck off. They need to just... It's just the gingerbread sponge with a nice bit of icing, a little bit of chocolate on the bottom. It needs to be soft and moist. I'm going to use that word.
Yeah.
Moist. I'm going to find this one. Which one is it now?
Okay.
I've got to find it.
This is the whole episode now,
This
by
is
the way.
the episode. You've got me. You've got me on fucking Lebkuchen. But I'm going to have to go back
That's
to...
a big one.
Yeah, stolen. Here it is. This is me with Joy.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
In the packet like that. Original. Lambert's original Lebkuchen.
I know what someone's getting for Christmas now if I can find it.
In my fucking belly.
Should we get into the main meat of the podcast?
Let's get into the main meat.
Roast potatoes.
Do you want to start?
I can start. So this is a long one. And it's not Christmassy, but this person has checked up on me a couple of times to see if we've read it out yet. So I thought I'd save it for our Christmas special.
Nice.
So this is the Ballad of Wanky Barry.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few years back in my sleepy Welsh town, I was finally leaving retail work to pursue a gardening business. Having worked in the shop for the past 7 years, I knew most of the locals, and it was the perfect place to tout for business. There was a little old man who came into the shop every morning with his cute little dog to buy various bits. We got talking, and he was sad I was leaving and offered me some work tidying up his garden. I gleefully obliged and arranged a fee and time and date. I turned up on time, 10 in the morning, with my trusty shovel, but he seemed a little flustered and claimed that we hadn't discussed doing any gardening work. It was a garden that you had to walk through the house to get to, so you had to keep cutting in and out of this guy's house. His cute little dog was sat on the sofa, and on the table was a gravy jug with white wine in it. And he was watching Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares on TV with his laptop open on the table. Mm-hmm. And he said there was a very foul scent in the room. Suddenly becoming very sinister, this one.
Yep.
I cracked on, did the re-agreed 2 hours gardening, and came back inside at the end for the money. Yep. Couldn't get his attention, so I had to walk in. And I came in and found him watching now 2 screens as his laptop was on. I explained... You're right.
Yeah, carry on.
I explained that I'd finished, and he said he'll have a look for the money. And as he stood up, I noticed on the smaller screen on the laptop 2 women with very little clothes on. After a few minutes, he realised that he'd not actually got any money, but he'll be going to the shop later, so if I write down the amount he owes, he'll get it out for me. Unfortunately, couldn't find a pen, and at this point the ladies on the smaller screen had no clothes on, and, I quote, were starting to orgasm extremely loudly. Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares was muted, but Brazzers was on full blast. Rather than making any acknowledgement of the loud, hardcore porn coming from his laptop, he instead asked me, "Would you please help me look for a pen, dear?" Me, being the awkward hospitality drone I am, willingly obliged and started searching the room. I found a pen, scribbled down 35 quid for the gardening, and told him I would come back the following day. The next morning, I came, and to his word, he'd gone and got the money, and I asked him, "What are you up to today?" And I shit you not, he looked me in the eye, said, "Drinking my wine and catching up on my videos."
Oh.
At this point, my opinion of this old man did its second 180 in 2 days. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He's just getting smashed and watching porn in the morning and cares not if anyone knows.
Oh, God.
And that's the tale of Wanky Barry.
Wanky Barry. Oh, Barry.
So, like, you thought you were going to do a little gardening job.
Nice little gardening job for an old man.
Innocent old man.
Lovely little old man.
And you just find him blatantly watching... Like, Kitchen Nightmares isn't even cover at this point. He's got the volume off. And he's got white wine in a gravy jug. That's the worst.
White wine in a gravy jug? What was the worst thing? Like, all right, little old man's getting his rocks off to...
Yeah.
Although apparently someone told me this about 10 years ago, so it might be a very outdated fact.
Yeah.
And I don't like to think about it because my granddad's in a care home. But apparently care homes are rife with STDs.
Oh, I have heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all hooking up.
Because they're all just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, you would. It's just sort of like student dorms, isn't it?
Yeah, but with no pregnancy scares.
Yeah, true.
You know, none of that. Just...
Yeah, it's like... Oh, God.
The old man with his...
Wanky Barry, that's where he's headed.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his video.
Yeah. Just catching up on my videos.
Catching up as well.
Does he think he sort of starts on the feed or whatever?
Yeah, and he's just like going through like just refreshing just so he can scroll harder.
I don't really enjoy this one, but you know, I won't know what happens if I don't watch the whole series.
Yeah, exactly. Just going to catch up on my favourite actor. Might be an actor, you know.
Maybe it is. Yeah. Maybe he's a big fan of one of those women.
Just people being so blatant. But then maybe he's at that age where you don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, do you like this one, lad? Check out these girls, yeah.
That's the thing. I think I'd be less weirded out by it if it was like some middle-aged bloke who seemed a bit of a sleazeball, not the sweet old man who comes in with his little dog and speaks to you in your shop every day. You know, you never know what goes on in people's houses, as we found out from quite a few of these episodes so far this year.
Yeah, we can dip back in. I didn't manage to do it on a previous one, but for our Christmas special, let's dip back in to Dan from Cardiff.
Oh, sticking in Wales as
well. There we go, sticking in Wales. His last story, called The Toilet Pedestal.
Now, Plumber Dan has come up a few times, hasn't he?
He has,
so far?
Yeah.
So go on. I'm
go
very
on, then.
excited because
the last of the trilogy that he sent in. A job came through for a toilet leak. When I turn up to the house, the guy leads me to the bathroom to explain where the leak is coming from. As I enter the bathroom, I clock a decent-sized turd, definitely human, as there were no pets in the house, stuck to the pedestal on the outside of the toilet, which I can't understand how the hell it's got there.
Sorry, just quickly, is that underneath the bowl?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I can't understand how the hell it's got there without anyone placing it there themselves.
Yeah.
The customer tells me that the leak is coming from the back of the toilet, so for me to fix it, I would have to get on the floor and straddle the toilet. So I keep looking back and forth at the shit on the outside of the toilet and then to the customer to see if they get the hint, which they didn't.
Oh, no.
I say to the customer, do you want to get rid of that shit before I fix the leak? He then picks it up, bare hands, plops it in the toilet completely unfazed, as if this is not an unusual situation. I fix the leak, leave the property. I'm still baffled to this day how that shit ended up where it did, and I really wish I knew the answer.
Oh no, I really thought we were going to find out how it got there.
I know, nope, just...
Oh God.
Stuck to the underside of the toilet.
Like we say, and this is really, unfortunately, becoming the sort of theme of the podcast, never underestimate the weird ways and places that people will poo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They'll find a way.
Yeah, they will.
We've had it, what have we had so far? We've had nappies thrown at service workers. We've had up the wall.
We've had it coming out of people's trousers on 2 different
yeah,
occasions.
We have. Oh my God. I agree with Plumber Dan, who has to send more in the new year as
Please
well.
do, Plumber Dan.
We should get him on, actually.
Yeah, we should.
But for it to be under the bowl and on the pedestal, which I didn't realise was the name for that bit of loo, how?
Yeah.
Do they sit like sideways on the toilet?
Do they have kids or something that they've like...
Possibly.
But then I feel like a kid would like smear it.
Yeah.
I feel like it was perfectly placed.
And I was
a bit like your Frankie and Benny's thing.
Yeah, I know. maybe they didn't make it to the toilet in time. But then, even then, the logistics, the angles just don't add up.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
No, I don't either. I actually have another one that's kind of related to the porn one that you said. Do you mind if I read it out?
Go for it, please, yeah.
This comes from another friend of mine who sent this one in.
Yeah.
And I just think it fits nicely with your one.
Go for it.
I used to work in the 3 store in Hereford. There was a regular who came in to have his very old phone sorted because it was full of viruses. Turns out he downloaded so much porn it had corrupted the phone.
No.
I opened the flip phone to 2 women scissoring and moaning. It was a live image. Yep. Now I'm all for self-care, but that was not it.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's a quick little porn one.
Yeah. Which also, again, is becoming another theme. People coming into shops with things on screens and being like, look at that cock.
Look at that. Why is my phone not working? Might be all the porn you've downloaded from all the...
It's a callback if anyone's wondering.
That's Grandad. 2 women scissoring and moaning.
Oh, I don't enjoy any of that.
Do you not? Is that not your thing?
Yes, women scissoring, I don't enjoy any of that, personally. The story. I've got a story that's not porn and it's not poo, but it is disgusting.
Cool.
And it's a story you may have heard. It's a story some of our listeners may have heard. But because this is a momentous occasion, this is our Christmas special, I want to retell one of my absolute favourite stories from something that, again, happened to me.
Yep.
Working at the cinema.
Yep.
This is the tale of Scabby Abby. Are you familiar with this story?
I feel like it rings a bell, but please continue.
So, I'll set the scene. It was bang average weekday, it was probably Tuesday, middle of the day, very quiet, and this man comes in, and the counter comes up to about sort of belly height, and I can't see anything below that, and he sort of talks like this, which maybe not important, but I think is a very important part of the story. Mm-hmm. And it's very normal at first. I've accidentally bought 4 tickets for this screening later on, but I only need 3. Is it possible to return one? And I go, yeah, of course. We'll just need the card that you pay. And he cuts me off and goes, ah! And I go, are you all right? He goes, yes, fine, thank you. So you were saying, sorry. Yeah, so and then he looks down and goes, oh, you're embarrassing me! Carry on. And this keeps happening. And I'm going, are you sure you're okay? Yes, fine. Oh, stop it! So if I could just pay this card here. Oh, get off! And I'm thinking at this point, this man isn't well.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to process this transaction, pretend he's not screaming, ow, stop it, you're embarrassing me, in my face. And we're going to move on. And then eventually we get to the end of the transaction after about 50 more. Oh, stop it! Oh, you're embarrassing me! And he steps back. He's wearing shorts. And both of his shins are covered in blood. This little child, this little girl stands up. Sorry for people who are just listening and not watching. Check us out on YouTube for this. She turns around and goes like this.
Oh, that's the creepiest face.
Me. This really menacing smile. And he goes, oh, you've picked all the bloody scabs off my legs.
Oh!
What is this, like, 50-year-old man do? Is he parkour or something? Why does he have so many scabs on his legs? Unless it's self-sustaining and Abby, like, cuts him in the night so she can pick him later. Then he's like, do you have a plaster or something? I hand him a whole wad of blue roll to sort of wipe himself off and offer the first aid kit. But he's like, this happens, she does this. He goes, you're probably thinking, what a strange child. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
What? Then he goes, this is my favourite bit, to Scabby Abby. Oh, you're probably just bored, aren't you? Do you want... I'm sort of like Mr. Bean now. Do you want your colouring book? If you had a colouring book this whole time, why did you let her go down both legs, picking every single scab off until you were covered in blood from the knees down?
It's the creepy look that she gave you as well, like...
Yeah, and then he makes her... justifiably wipe all the blood off her shins, and then she goes to give me this blood-soaked blue roll, and I'm like, it was a bit around the corner. Never saw them again. They never came in again. And that is...
I think Scabby Abby killed him.
I think she did.
And then ate his corpse.
She picked the scab right here
and
let his brain out.
Yeah.
So, have I told you about Scabby
No,
Abby before?
I've never heard that. I'm absolutely fucking horrified.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Oh, stop it!
You're embarrassing me.
So she must have just been down there for the whole transaction, and instead of moving her or getting the colouring book, he really wanted the refund so badly he was willing to go, yes, that's wrong. Yeah, really embarrassing me, stop it.
So you need like a little water thing. Spray with water.
Like the dog whisperer. Bad.
I mean, you're not meant to do that with dogs.
Here we
go. But
Here we go.
That is cruel. But children, fuck them.
Oh, all right, yeah, spray it in their faces. Anyway, so if I can do this refund now.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I went through a bum smacking phase where I used to go around and smack people's bums. Like my mum apparently when I went up to this one woman and I went, that's a big bottom, and I smacked it. And my mum thought this woman would find it really funny. And so she was like, oh, kids. And this woman turned around and was like, gave the filthiest look. And my mum was like, I thought she'd find it funny. Thinking about it now, if a kid turned around to me and went, that's a big bottom, and smacked my ass, just some random kid, I'd be a bit like, what the
You'd
fuck?
lob him. I had a moment where I was a kid where we used to always smack bottoms. No, we used to always... me and my mum would meet my dad after work sometimes in the sort of like Tesco cafe next to where he worked. And there was a guy who from behind looked exactly like my dad, and he was eating like a jacket potato with beans, and I was like, I'm gonna go scare my dad. My mum was like, okay, go on. So I run up and I go, bah! And this guy goes, oh, and gets beans and cheese all over him, and it's not my dad. It's not my dad.
Oh gosh.
Got another story for us?
Yeah, another. I've got one.
Okay, hit me. Not on the bum.
I was a duty manager at Sainsbury's years back. I worked in the checkouts department, but we were so understaffed I would do overtime in different departments. This day I was working on the shop floor. I had an earpiece just in case the checkouts needed me. In this case, they did. I got someone shouting at me saying, someone has gone into labour in the self-scan area. I rush over and assist her in any way I can. Luckily, we had a hospital next door to us, so hey, I thought, it would be simple to just grab some nurses to bring her to the hospital. Except no, she was adamant it was all happening right there, right now. And there was no time to send her next door to the hospital. Long story short, I helped a woman give birth in the disabled toilets in a Sainsbury's. I was only 18 at the time.
Whoa. That's heavy.
That is mad.
And it's somewhat Christmas themed. An emergency sort of. Yeah. Maybe it was a virgin birth.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Like we don't know. There was no room at the inn, no room at the hospital, so disabled toilet it was. Disabled How festive and magical.
With a donkey and some straw. Like every Sainsbury's disabled toilet
should have.
Support donkeys.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God. Well, I think that's the first birth we've had on the podcast.
I know.
I could be wrong.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, I think it is.
No, it could be, yeah.
It's just been shits.
It's just
so
been,
far,
yeah.
So
I mean, it's stuff coming out of people.
It's nice to have more productive.
Stuff coming out of people.
That's all we are.
And a baby.
That's all we are.
At the end, we are just stuff that's come out of somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Come on. Like, I mean, look, I've never given birth. And I get that people have an instinct of when it's happening and they're like, it's happening now, she's crowning and stuff. But if the hospital's right next door, surely A&E is better than a disabled toilet. Like most places have at least a spare wheelchair or something. Yeah,
and does they even, I don't know if it says, but like, did they even get a paramedic to come over from the hospital?
No, well, they said that they were hoping they could grab some nurses and bring them, except no, she was adamant that it was happening. So there was no time to send her next door to the hospital. But like, surely someone could just run over. Yeah, she's given herself the short straw almost deliberately there. But like, you wouldn't want to give birth in a supermarket bathroom. Why would you? Especially, most supermarket bathrooms are fucking gnarly as well. Like, they're gross. No. That was a choice. That was an interesting choice. Yeah. Well, that's how the virgin
Mary gave birth to Jesus Christ, as we know.
Also,
and how Christmas was born.
Also, and this is again not me trying to shit on pregnant women, because I've never.
Shouldn't do that.
I've never.
Shouldn't shit on pregnant women.
I don't know. It might be one of those, one of Wanky Barry's videos. You never know.
I'll have to check if they ever
just see if there's a category. But I feel like labour can take quite a while. It can be quite quick. But I feel like surely it's quite rare to go into labour in Sainsbury's during checkout and then so quickly after, like,
and be like, don't take me to the hospital.
Surely you have a sign that you've been, like, there must.
Yeah, you would think. What do they call it? Contractions.
Yeah,
would have been the dead giveaway. Again, what do I know about giving birth? But contractions, wouldn't that be a dead giveaway on your way to the shop? Ignorance, right?
But from what I know, I have heard of, birth stories and whatnot, I think the quickest turnaround I've heard is 3 hours.
But I was going to say there's some
hours. But if the hospital's next door and you go into labour at checkout, it's a 5-minute.
That's true, yeah. Although you hear some mad, like, I've seen some headlines over the years of people like, I didn't know I was pregnant until I went to the loo and had a baby.
True, yeah, that's also true.
So God knows.
Yeah, so yeah, it could have been one of those.
Right, I've got another story that's not to do with birth or poo.
Cool.
If anything, if I'm trying to make it fit the Christmas theme, this is a sort of Scrooge moment for this person here.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the story now, not that they're being really mean and horrible to people.
Yeah.
So this person, who shall remain anonymous, sent in, I am the nightmare colleague, but I don't mean to be.
Ooh.
I am a procrastinator. I'm surprised that doesn't go so far to the point at which I'm procrastinating being lazy. What does that mean? Oh, that they procrastinate so much they're worried they don't procrastinating. Don't do me like that.
Do you want to start again?
No, I'm in it now.
Cool, fair.
I also have what I assume to be a mild case of the old insomnia. I wouldn't know because I haven't made the doctor's appointment I was meant to make a year ago. They procrastinated that as well. Surprise. So I had a meeting just last week about my punctuality. Silly, really, as I was only 5.5 hours late, calling in to say I overslept my 7 alarms. In that same meeting, I found out of the last 50 shifts, I was late for most of them. I was told to guess how many times I was on time, so I'll ask you to do the same before I tell you.
How many times they were on time?
How many times they were on time out of 50 shifts?
10.
2.
Ah!
2 out of 50 shifts.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, I got given a final warning for that, and that's fair enough. I'm proud to say that I've been on time 3 times in a row this week. Brackets, go me. However, you may notice I'm sending this on a Thursday. Today, I slept through 12 alarms and was an hour late. I am fucked.
Wow.
So that's a level of self-awareness that you rarely see from the problem customer. Good for you. Yeah. Owning that. That's the first step. Yeah. is problem co-worker. First step is owning it, accepting it. We've probably both worked with people over the years where you go, how are you late again? At this point, it is a bit chronic. 2 out of 50 shifts. 2 out of 50 shifts, you're late. Like you say, at some point, you have got to own up to that, which not they only, are doing. You have to own up, but the thing is, it sounds like they have a genuine sleep issue. Yeah. So it's like one of those things where it's like having a balance of self-awareness and like owning up to it, fair enough, and then you have to put the hard work in of going, and now I have to change. Yeah, completely. If I don't want to keep being this person, I now have to put things in place to make it better. But also the employment could also say, look, are you all right? 2 out of 50 is pretty bad. I think it gets to a point where that's... Yeah, it's about going, all right, health. I feel like this might be more of an issue of you just... because 5.5 hours late for sleeping through that many hits, but that is difficult. That consistently as well. Yeah. And so you do have to go, like, if you have an employee, you go like, an employer, you could just go like, do you need any adjustments? And make like manageable little goals. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I think the only time that I overslept and was late for work was a time where I lived in a flat just next to the retail park, and the manager was also late getting in, and I arrived like 2 minutes after them when they were still opening up the store, and it was a miracle I'd made it in that fast. I think I literally got out of bed, brushed my teeth, put clothes on, and left. I like skipped breakfast. I didn't shower. I just went straight down to work. And they were like, because I was also a bit late on this instance, we'll just let bygones be bygones. We'll let it all slide. And I was like, whew, my God. But if I would have lived further away, I'd have been fucked. I'd have been in this situation, you know?
When I worked at Dungeons, they were like, Merlin's very regulated when it comes to tardiness. Like they log everything, and if you get more than 3 latenesses in a whole contract, like in 6 months, it doesn't matter if it's train delays. It doesn't matter what reason you're late, and it's literally a minute. If you're a minute late, you have to sign a form, and then you get brought in for a meeting if there's 3 of those in a row.
All of that stuff is bollocks.
Now the thing is, I only got 1 confirmed lateness.
Right.
Whilst I was there.
Yeah.
I was late at least 3 times. I do not. In fact, I was late 4 or 5 times.
You could sneak it in under the radar.
But the thing is, I know I signed that form more than once.
Sure.
But for some reason, you with your fucking login, Merlin, like log every little nitpicking thing that everybody does. They did that with every little fucking thing. But then that became a game. I'm probably never going to work for Merlin again.
Yeah.
Although sometimes I do miss the dungeons.
Sure.
Like I miss the characters.
Yeah.
I miss playing the characters, and I miss the people I worked with and things like that.
Yeah.
And I've always said I could go back part-time. But it became a game working at the dungeons because everything was so regulated to see what you could get away with.
Sure. Oh, I get why workplaces do it to a degree.
Yeah.
But it will forever fuck me off, that thing of like the cinema I worked at,
it
was sickness. And it was like, and again, I understand they do it so that people don't just call in when they've got a hangover and take a piss. But if you were sick, I think 5 times in a year, then you would have to have like a meeting, you would be disciplined. And that's quite standard. And I think 5 times in a year is, as you look at it, that's not that much.
3 times at Merlin.
Yeah, it's like
3, 4.
Couple of colds and I don't know. So you've injured yourself, and you're like, well, we're gonna fucking sack you now.
I was off a lot when I was at Dungeons, but I was also still recovering from all the health crisis I had in 2024.
Yeah.
So my immune system was through the floor, and when you work at London Dungeons, you are around people from all over the world.
Yeah.
A load of kids. You are close up to them
in a cold, dark space with no windows.
No windows. Where I work now, they're very much like, get here on time. If not, that sucks. If it becomes taking the piss, you know, if we feel like it's been a lot, we might just have a chat with you just to see, you know, just make sure. But most of the time, we don't really give a shit if you're a couple of minutes late. As long as you're here to do the job in time, that's it. If you're sick, call in. I feel like the more strict you are, I found this working at M&S as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything's so regimented. And then I worked at the Crucible Theatre in their cafe as well. So much more chill. And you were like, the atmosphere was so different.
It varies from place to place.
Everyone, and I do find like the bigger the corporation and the more strict it is, the more people are generally like just unhappy and will not purposefully, but be like, what can I get away with?
Yeah,
like it ends up being like a little bit of a
people push back.
Yeah, they push back 100%. They push back more. I'm trying to figure out which story I want to tell. Have you met Manny? Big tall Manny, the Shard at my birthday.
Yeah.
There we go.
No know what that means.
Big, tall Lithuanian Manny, the Shard at my birthday. Worked at Noble Collection. So, once had a woman pull up to our wand shop. Walked around as if she was actually in Hogwarts or something.
Right.
It's like, When buying a wand, she went and fully sniffed the thing, and then went and fully sniffed the wands from top to bottom. It's just resin. So she literally went like...
Fucking Harry Potter fans, man.
I know. So she sniffed the wands from top to bottom and then proceeded to come up, and she told me, I would have killed myself without Harry Potter. And I had to sit and listen to the full story 5 minutes before closing.
He didn't make it. He's not J.K. Rowling. Oh, God.
I don't feel like I told that very well.
No, you did. You definitely did.
Okay, cool.
That's mental.
I know.
So
she comes in. She's
goes,
like, "Oh wow, it's Hogwarts. Wands. Oh yeah." Bearing in mind they're all just made of resin.
Yeah.
And then goes, "I would have killed myself with Harry Potter."
And then just buys the wand and leaves.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
It's quite intense, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think... I know she literally said if not for Harry Potter, she would have killed herself. But the thing that's the most intense for me is the... along the wand.
Yeah. Like top to bottom really intensely is what he was saying, sniffing it.
You get people who are very touchy-feely with products in shops.
Yeah.
Wherever you work.
Yeah.
But like I say...
And also, like, sensory... Like, sensory, I get, like, some things when they smell bad, when they're made, like, the material can smell bad. So... You might be like a little, oh yeah, no, I don't want that in my house. But like,
I know, and the full length of the wand as well.
I mean, I own a few
like
Harry Potter wands over the years.
A fine Cuban cigar.
Yeah, literally. I am a Harry Potter fan, and I used to love getting a new wand for Christmas as a kid. Like every year, we'd get I get a new Noble Collection wand,
and there was all that on Christmas morning and go,
and it would be in the Ollivander box. But
yeah.
But I mean, my wand buying days are over. But I never sniffed it.
No, you're missing out.
I never sniffed them. Yeah. Maybe I am. Maybe I should go back. Or maybe they won't have the same OG smell as when I first opened them.
I get it if people are smelling a new book. That's famously a lovely smell.
It is, yeah.
Or something you literally should smell, like a candle.
But you don't smell a new book top to bottom.
No, exactly.
You don't go...
go around the edges.
You sort of go, oh, that's lovely, that, isn't it?
And again, you wouldn't do it in the bookshop.
Yeah, no.
And then come up and be like... These Harry Potter books made me not want to kill myself. Anyway,
also, can you say kill yourself now? Don't you have to say unalive yourself or something like that?
I think if you're making TikToks and you're worried they're going to demonetize you.
Right, yeah. Okay.
We've not got ads on these yet.
No, we're all good.
Whoop, whoop. Is that everything?
I think that's everything.
Right. Now it's time for a very festive top and bottom. And I say that because it's the same as every other week.
Every other week.
I just haven't put anything festive on here, but we'll make it festive.
We decorated the set.
Yeah, look, I'm wearing tinsel.
My kitchen, and we put Christmas jumpers on. And I'm not wearing headphones because I've got bauble earrings in that hurt when I put the headphones on.
Yeah, and then my bauble earrings, she ripped them out of my ears and put them on.
That is Christmas at its
finest. I'm going to A&E after this.
Yep.
So top and bottom is a section that we do at the end of every episode where we're going to spin a wheel of categories, and whatever comes up, we're going to say our top and bottom answer for those categories. Let's spin the wheel. What's it going to be? It is... Yeah?
Places to pee in public.
Places to pee in public. Jeez. All right. Why not make this our Christmas?
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
You got answers? You want to go first?
I have got answers. I've actually got it reminds me of a story, but
yeah,
I once saw a man shit in a cup in a public park in Soho. Just literally had a polystyrene cup. This old man sat next to him. He picked it up. He walked over. Me and my mates were on our lunch break, just sat watching it. And then he goes and there's like a bunch of bushes and a tree, and instead of going behind the bushes and tree, he faces them, pulls his pants down so his wrinkly old arse is facing all of us, gets the polystyrene cup, puts it towards his arse. At this point, I look down trying to eat my fucking cream tea, my jam scones that I'd got for my lunch from Cafe Nero.
Oh no.
And my mate next to me just goes, oh my God, he's shitting in a cup. Oh my God, he's shitting in a cup. Oh my fucking God, that man is shitting in that cup. I look up and he scoops it, pulls his trousers up, sits down, just puts it next to him.
No.
So I've also seen someone in...
all roads lead to shit.
In Streatham, of all places, because it's Streatham.
Yeah.
Just pull their pants down, cock out, piss. Saw a woman in Tooting, just again stood pissed in the middle of the street. I feel like there were unwell people.
I want to edit this into part life. It's like, I saw a woman in Tooting to pull her pants down and piss everywhere.
She didn't pull her pants down. She just peed. Life. She just spread her legs. She had a skirt on.
Oh,
pissed.
God.
I was waiting for a bus. London.
I'll add a couple to these. Once I was at Leeds Festival.
Yeah.
And I saw, we were all just sat around in our little camp, just getting drunk in the day. And this guy shat in a beanie hat. and then tied some string through it and left it over a tree, and then as people walked under it, would drop it on them. That was real. That happened. I was about 16. That was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life at that point. And when you smashed at a festival. And once back when I was living in Salford, I don't know who that's for. That's for the people of Salford. I was at uni actually, and I was walking down this alleyway between uni buildings, and there's a guy walking in front of me. I look down, text someone on my phone. I look up, his trousers are down, he's arching forwards, and there's about 2 meters of a projectile, really sloppy shit the whole way along.
Oh!
And I have to walk past him to get to the uni building, and he's not moving, and I'm like, you all right? Are you okay? Not looking at me, not moving, just hunched in place.
Top and bottom places to pee in public.
Places to pee in public. I have, as most blokes have at some point in their lives, just peed down an alleyway on a night out and things. And that also, if you get a good spot, if you find a little alcove, that can be quite a comfort in the moment. You know, you found you perfect. So you're covered from all angles.
It's a lot harder for women because we have to properly because you can just whip it out. You don't have to pull your whole trousers down or anything. You just you can aim it. We have to pull everything down.
Yeah, it
hover,
is trickier.
Hover and hover or squat in a certain position so it's not running down your legs. And you have to fine tune that art. It's a bit of a thigh workout as well. Yeah. And you have to get it. And even then, it's a 50-50 on whether or not it's going to run down your legs.
Oh God.
So in terms of apart
have
from
it harder than men.
Is
that left wing? Yes, it is.
Places to pee in terms for a woman, top places to pee in public, just a nice clean toilet.
Yeah.
A lovely clean toilet.
Like a good sort of pub loo.
Yeah,
You've dipped in a hurry and you go in and you go, these are the nicest toilets I've ever been in.
Do you know what I used to when I lived in Sheffield, the Crucible Theatre toilets?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I did work there as well, so I used them off. But if I was just shopping in central London, those are my go-to
you could just run in.
Public toilets. They were always well kept as well. So I always knew I was going to a solid, clean place. But I would also much rather piss in a bush than use most public toilets, like a porta potty. Or the public ones that come out of the ground in London.
Oh my God,
which are mostly
one in Greenwich that just has never not stunk like death.
No. I pissed on someone's cabbage patch once at a house party. Don't know if that counts as public because it's somebody's private cabbage.
Someone's cabbage patch?
Well, people were throwing up in the one toilet that we had. I was 17 and I went and I just pissed around the back of the shed and realised there was cabbages there.
Were you
fertilised the cabbage.
The farmer from Peter Rabbit's house?
Worst place I've ever peed when I went to Lake Garda recently in Italy.
Oh, yeah?
Was just a hole in the ground.
Really?
Yeah, I was also in Verona. I was at Juliet's balcony.
And you
the
pissed
public
off
toilet, and I pissed off it, yeah. The public toilet in Juliet's balcony is a hole in the ground with 2 feet either side. Obviously, all the men had been pissing in it, so there was just piss everywhere.
Oh.
There was toilet roll everywhere because you couldn't put the toilet roll in the toilet. You had to put it in a bucket next to it, but it was overflowing with dirty tissues and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to try and squat. I was also in a jumpsuit, so I had to try and take the jumpsuit off, hold the jumpsuit between my legs, and then hover and pee and angle it properly.
Oh, mate.
So that that was the worst place. That was the worst public place for me to pee.
I think if I
Juliet balcony toilet in Verona.
I believe you. I've never been. I think
it's not
if I have to definitively put a nail in the worst place I've pissed, we're back at Leeds Festival. It's the trough toilets that they have, not the portaloos in the main festival area. And you go if they're full and they just have piss and logs floating in them, and it's disgusting. But I remember one morning being so rough, stumbling over to have a pee, and they just drained it. And it was a cold morning, and it was just full of hot piss that was evaporating past you. And it still, sometimes I smell that in my dreams, in my nightmares.
Gross. What's your best place?
Best place, I think it's just like you're in the middle of nowhere, you're on a walk, you see a pub, you go, and you go in and they've got a nice loo.
Nice loo, nice, smells nice, and they let you use it without you having to pay for it.
Yes, yeah.
What would be your worst Christmas present if someone were to give you a Christmas present?
Big bag of peanuts. Because who's the fuck's giving that to people? But for reference, I have got a peanut allergy, but
you've mentioned
just a big bag of peanuts.
Yeah, fair.
What about you?
my old answer for this, and I know people have bought me these in the past, so no shade, is when people give you generic bath sets.
Oh. Just take it back. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like a Bayliss and Harding, and others are sold as well. Like, yeah. Like, you know, and it's just like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A bunch of shea butter and a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to use any of this shit. If it's got a nice smelling body wash in it, fair enough. But then, like, people will give me like a Lush one, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. It's got a bath bomb in it, and it's got like if it's got things that I'm going to use, like a body wash, but just like I don't need more than one body wash. Yeah. But if it's got like, it's a body wash and a shea butter, and it's got a scrub thing in it, and it's got all this, none of which I will use.
No.
The only reason I'll use the body wash is because it's going to save me money on buying body wash.
Completely.
So it's one of those things where if I used to say that, and nowadays I don't say it as much, mainly because
you want the body washes.
Someone might be giving me some free body wash there. That's and it's going to save me stocking up.
Every Christmas, my dad inherits so much Lynx Africa body wash and deodorant from me and my brother, because we're like, he's like, I'll use anything. I don't care.
Yeah.
And we're like, why do people? It's probably the same people every year. It's the same thing. It's like the male equivalent is Lynx Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that everything?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're going to do a little
Happy
Christmas special Q&A, just a quick one.
Yes.
And yeah, have a good Christmas, and celebrate well, and don't be a Grinch like me.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
Apparently the other day at the Dungeons, I heard this from a mate who works there. Someone took a poo in the Mrs. Lovett set.
No.
Right? They left it. Went back in when the actor was between shows. They weren't in the room at the time.
Yeah.
Shat in the middle of the floor, shat behind Mrs. Lovett's desk, got the poo, and then wiped it all over the set. And they had to close the Mrs. Lovett section for hours to clean it.
Why would someone ever do that?
Don't know.